guys. 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Season 3 qualifying tournament. I got the right screen up there for you guys, but game number 2, Anexis versus Mouz. Mouz up 1-0, and this is in the round of 8 for the seedings for when everyone does get off into Poland, which I believe will be next week. I'm the FourCourtJester. With me is the L3 IRD. We're doing online coverage and no restream here, boys and girls. No, we are bona fide spectators. Feels good to say that, doesn't it, Bird?
What's a bona fide?
Oh my god, stop trolling me, bro.
Yeah, it is. It does feel really good to actually have control of the camera. I mean, I don't want to watch the, the shopkeeper kind of throws Infinity Edge all around every day, but I mean, truthfully, at Nexus, I mean, going down from that first game, it's going to be a really hard climb for them to come back into the second game and work onto where Mouz is. Mouz is feeling a pretty good high. They can close it out today and get to some better seeding for that. I think it's next Saturday or sometime really soon for that qualifier over in Poland for the offline qualifier. So we'll see if Mouz can close it up or if Nexus can bring it in. I feel like Nexus needs to play a little bit more aggressive. They had a really passive strat, especially with Riot, and especially with a Mouz. I mean, I get it. When you pick that Mouz pick and you pick that Riot pick, you want to rel up to the late game. But when you saw all the picks from Mouz, like all that early game aggression that was going to be coming into your lane, especially with that jungle Mouz, you're going to be seeing that aggression actually come into that jungle. That was just really cookie cut dry. That team combo was going to be where it was supposed to be. And the Nexus, if they survived out for another 30 minutes and actually were decently kind of tied up in between that little bit of lane phase to about where they were supposed to be in that mid game, it might have been a really easy game for Nexus. But then again, we'll never know because it was a pretty chopped up, quick and dry matchup.
Can you imagine another 30 minutes?
I mean, could be M5 versus CLG but then again, it had to be really different because truthfully, Anexis had no chance of winning that just because they got knifed so hard, and Mouz was just kind of not toying, I would say, but toying with them a little bit, like toys from TPA.
Toys, TPA, Orianna, GG, well played, but I don't see an Orianna here today.
No more Oriannas per se, but hey, there is a Ari pickup. That's a really early Ari pick from Nexus. Again, playing a really big aggressive role. Now, I guess they're kind of listening in and they want to play more aggressive, but then again, I don't know if you want to show that off really as an early pick. We'll see how Mouz is gonna respond with that. I mean, there's already a Soraka pick. There's already a global comp pick of Cortana picking up that Shen. Malphite. Any other good things that come out to mind? Even a Kassadin pick would be really good against the counter aggression that is the aggression of a Nexus. I mean, so many picks Mouz could actually pick up, and we'll see what they'll actually pick up. Looking to see, Twisted Fate was actually banned up by Mouz. I mean, I think that's a targeted ban on the Nexus, but if they had the Twisted Fate up as well, oh my gosh, it would be so dirty to have a Shen, a Twisted Fate, and even on top of that, maybe even a Nocturne. I mean, where are the ganks coming from? They're going to come from everywhere and anywhere.
For the first time today, guys, I was able to click on the view profile, and who do we have most played on Sidlaver? Twisted Fate. Good call, Bird.
Makes sense that Twisted Fate within the bad out as well. And Evelyn, I mean, is the US kind of ban. There's no doubt on that. The Lux ban, I think, out of all that was an interesting ban. I feel like Lux kind of snowballed just because Mouz just was really ahead, but the control that Lux brought in was a really good one from it was War Hunter. I'm guessing that was the mid. Yeah, War Hunter. Yep. So War Hunter did a really good job with that. But the Zyra pickup being banned off for Kudra, I mean, yeah, I mean it did well, but Zyra is still Zyra. I don't think there was anything else on that. Unless War Hunter plays a lot of Zyra, then there you go. That's a big difference. So.
War Hunter's most played champ, Lux.
Nice.
Yep, good ban. I am, and she had it last round too. Did an amazing job with it, I gotta say. Because, no, sorry, it was Mouz with it last round. So yeah, Mouz did it, showed us how to play Lux, and now it actually got banned out against War Hunter. God, and I'm getting all the teams confused. Either way, Lux was great last game. So.
Yeah, Lux is gonna be okay with it, and then we're gonna see. What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see? Oh my gosh.
Another Olaf.
No. I don't. Yeah, Olaf. Olaf's fine.
Oh,
We're gonna see it. AP Soraka.
Well, yeah, that's what people in China kind of figuring out. Like, is that going to be a jungle Nunu? Is it going to be an AP Soraka? Is it going to be a support Soraka? I mean,
Or AP Nunu.
Or an AP Nunu. Top lane, sustained defensive Nunu. Very hard to bully. Very hard because of his consume.
There's so many things that are happening. I'm pretty sure to me, I would say Olaf top against Zaz's Malphite, if anything. But yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be
Dope.
okay. Well, maybe it's a placeholder. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. AP Soraka, guys, tell them in the chat, please, give me the unicorn horn.
Unicorn horn. Soraka equals Katarina. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be an AP Soraka under the name of Katarina. Good times there. All right, so yeah, they're going to quickly go through this. Hopefully they're going to spell out something fun, but not going to be a Soraka. It will be a Katarina, guys, and that should be all the picks, so we should be able to go through this real quick. Draven, Victor, Varus, and Vayne. Nobody likes the V champions today.
DVT versus VBU. This bit something, I don't know. Yeah. DVT, actually, I think I've seen that before, but then again, it just could be just DVT. Truly, I was seeing yesterday when I casted, was it DBS? I think that was the team. They did an Urgot, something else in bottom lane, and they had a Paradoxical with the Orianna, whatever. Paradoxical got a Pentacle, but Urgot coming back to competitive play. What are your thoughts about that? I feel like he's actually a strong pick. He probably needs a little bit more buffs per se on his ranges, but I feel like he's a strong pick for anything, literally top lane or even the bottom lane.
There was a point in Season 2 that Urgot was all the rage because he was that, quote, anti-ADC, because he just built up tank, you have to get that Brutalizer, maybe even into a Manamune a little bit later, and getting off those swaps, that's how they would initiate. They'd get off the swaps, and then he would be able to tank up a lot of the damage, let the team catch up on a 4 versus 5 now. So in terms of that, like, I don't know why he kind of faded out of everything, but at one point I remember casting a tournament, and I think we had Urgot in every single game, and whoever had the Urgot won the game, 100%.
Yeah, it's because of the cast range. I mean, especially the Hyper Position Kinetic Reverse, that was the biggest thing that actually got nerfed down. I mean, the rank 1 of it's like, I think 450, 550 on the range, and that's like what Alistair's W is right now. It's really small. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why you don't have that ranges. And then also on top of that, your Acid Hunters can't reach F as much anymore for Corrosive Charge. So unfortunately for now, it's not the funnest of things for Urgot. But I feel with the new Season 3 item changes, and if Urgot does get buffed, but if he doesn't, I mean, it's not a big thing. With the Iceborne Gauntlets, the First and Fist, you got the Manamune, which is a Mer Mana now. You had the Black Cleaver, which is now a really good item as well. There's so many potential items that Urgot can really build into, and on top of that, it's a lot cheaper for him because, you know, AD is a lot cheaper, so he can build it up a little bit faster. Overall, I just feel like, well, that's fine. Active game's not found. Whatever. Overall, I feel like Urgot should be coming back in Season 3, especially with all the item changes coming in for it.
I think we saw a top lane Urgot in one of the matches yesterday. Fairly sure.
Was it top lane?
Yeah. It was a top lane Urgot because they had a Caitlyn bottom lane. It was top lane Urgot versus, I want to say Shen or Aurelia or something.
Or Olaf or something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
one of the normal picks here for EU. Did okay. I think the team actually ended up losing because he couldn't really be part of a lot of the team fights. He just stayed top all day. But I didn't bother putting up the summoner blockers again. Oh well. They already had the picks. Doesn't matter.
ILLY?
I saw that coming. Big shout out to Jason.
Still in the States, guys. Yeah, if you guys are from the States, from NA side, you should join up into his stream sometimes. He is actually streaming a little bit. Yeah. Shameless plug for I love you. Yeah. I will never ever say that again. I always have said something else, and Jason always hates it when I actually say it the other way that I usually say it for him.
I love how the music just cuts out. It doesn't even fade, just cuts out. DJ Pretzel, though, going to be keeping us company here as we go through the 3 minutes. So, with the summoners now down, I mean, let's take a quick look here. Warhunter, Teleport, So that mid, Salaver actually had the teleport last round in the mid, wasn't really able to use it to too much effectiveness, but I mean, we saw Shushe with the teleport Katarina just doing some really good stuff on Dragonborn, so we're gonna have to see, was it Shushe? No, sorry, I'm thinking Pharrell Lord.
Yeah, Pharrell Lord, who,
yeah,
unfortunately, no, he was playing Katarina, and we kind of talked about his Katarina skill slash, well, his throwing arm was throwing a good perfect pitch onto the team.
He plays baseball, that one. Nice throwing arm. Or maybe I guess football, but in Europe they don't call it football. I guess.
What do they call it?
I don't think. Well, I don't think they have an EU actual like American football league. They just all play soccer.
No, I thought America did try to translate American football there. Is it
I
called
don't
American
live there.
football, or is it like pigskin-ish, or is it like rugby? I mean,
Rugby is big. I know that.
If Pharrell Lord played rugby and he's at 3K elo, I mean, damn, that's pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's just called American football, says people in chat. So. American football different than regular football, but all about the rugby cricket. You know, my father being Australian, you know, he's always listening to cricket stuff between Australia and everyone else. So much drama in the cricket brackets.
I think overall, in general, like EU and Australia and all the other kind of European centralized kind of languages, they over dramatize a lot of things, and it kind of brings in a lot of emotion. That's why you see all the sports stars and everything for well, we call it America soccer. Sorry guys if you like it in football. We call it like soccer just because, you know, truthfully, their casting is just amazing at times, and I mean that's what you see in the esports world, where the EU people, they have a different kind of tone than what the NA side with the analytics and the cut and dry kind of just cut and paste play by play. Because, you know, truthfully, American / North American kind of taste and tongue, they just want their information, they want their media, they all want that little, you know, easy McDonald's kind of fast food kind of dish and deal. In the EU / in a lot of other places, you know, you want to savor it. You want to have like a filet mignon and like bake it just right enough to crisp it in the middle.
You sure we should be talking about food? I haven't really eaten in a while.
I guess you should have took a nap then as well.
Yeah.
Again, Mouz is going to have a pretty good lineup again. There's the Katarina in the middle, going to be able to teleport all around, going to be doing all the gank and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Warhunter's going to get like a level 2, level 3 gank over there at bottom lane. And again, bottom lane's probably going to be the lane to really look out for. Hopefully, we'll see good things come out from Mouz Esports to kind of finish up the game. But we'll see if the Anexis can actually pull it out, because if the Anexis does pull it out over here, I'm gonna say it right now, if Anexis wins, Anexis is probably gonna win the whole series, and that would be kind of an upset. But yeah,
kind of like the comeback momentum just drives them all the way forward.
Well, not only that, I think Anexis' nerves where they're at game 1. I mean, truly, Anexis, when we saw them, they didn't play like that, literally. And now in game 2, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be calmed down. They're gonna say, well, happened, it's okay. We'll eat some oranges and make sure that Gangplic's on our side in the next little round. All praise to the Gangplic and his pirate hat.
I'm going to agree with chat. Esports are the true sports, and it's all about having a good hat. If you have a nice, good hat as a symbol, Total Biscuit has it, I have it, although I'm not nearly as big as him, I wish, but a nice hat, guys. That's all you need to do commentating. A nice hat.
Does he have like a top hat or something like that? It was like...
Yeah, he's the cynical Brit. Yeah, because he has the
Does he have like
hat.
a monocle?
Yep.
Yep. Really? He has a monocle too? I didn't actually see that from him when he casted.
That's his iconography. Yeah, and bad teeth because, you know, British. Game number 2 got to start here, guys. The Anexis is. Why does my scoreboard say 1-1?
Whoa.
It's totally not 1-1. Anexis is down 1-0. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just gonna update scoreboard real quick. Just ignore this. Nobody saw anything. And there we go. Anexis down 1-0 against Mouz. Mouz here on the red team, looking for a little bit maybe of an invade down by that blue buff. But I'm gonna do the scoreboard here. Bird, take it away.
Yeah, no big invades gonna actually happen for the teams right now. I feel like, well, Anexis is gonna make sure that they're gonna be warded up and they're gonna be okay in the jungle, so they're gonna be blocking that off. No problem, dude. what we do see, I was kind of grouping up where they're kind of like Zolku-esque, not really prepared and ready to go, and they're just kind of waiting and ready for this Sona. This Sona actually not going to go deep into trying to get that ward. It's going to actually just ward out by the refresh.
Nice, cute snowman to boot. Those were all the free skin wards that you could use for the holidays, I think. But yeah, a little bit of a ward there, so they are going to be able to keep track. I don't think I've actually seen anyone, but we do got the pings going down just above blue buff, as they are suspecting an invade. And look at that. I mean, pretty much right on the money. Mouz clumping up in the top. They are going to come straight down here into the blue. We still got pings going down at the red, maybe saying that they're going to be at the red instead. But Overpow is in danger getting caught out here. Volley going to go down. Not really going to hit anything else, but it will chase him away from that blue. And that means that Malphite without that blue, once again, is just going to stop the strength of the jungle, and it's going to make him be just that much slower.
Yeah, definitely, and Kujo is going to be over at top lane. This is going to be a 2v1 against Xaxis with that Zinzhou, and we're going to see what Mr. Shen's going to do against this 2v1 over in the bottom lane with Arkiel and Erotic. Truthfully, I feel like maybe they could have probably picked another pick, but then Global Presence Shen. This is going to be the same thing we saw with Frillo and Lord and all the people of Alternate plus Elobird. They're going to defend this. They're going to defend Katarina with this Shen ult, and hopefully Katarina will be able to live out throughout the whole time.
Well, they also got that hard stop in terms of Prothana and the arrow. Doesn't have to necessarily use it for initiation. If people do start jumping on a Katarina, just throw out that arrow, put up the shield, and then let the good times roll. No Amumu to go with it this round, but you know, Absolute Zero, Death Lotus could definitely have some fun times in store. So with the lane swaps, 2 versus 1, Young Buck right back under his tower, but it's the same idea up here for Xaxis. Prothana up to 12. Craves, we're going to go for the dive as well, looking for that first blood on top of Xaxis. Exhaust going to go down. Do got that cleanse, and it will not be enough to take down Prothana. It will blood going out to Prothana, and this literally could be a tower before 5 minutes.
Possibly, especially with Blood Ball. I mean, the attack speed buff that you get from Nunu is just way too strong, and Prothana is going to be able to push up. Probably pick it down to about 75% down. And we'll see if Prothana actually wants to back away from it. That was a great dive overall from Mouz Esports, especially with Olaf taking the last little bit of it. But Nunu started off with a tank. Prothana was actually just giving that free damage, free harass, and didn't actually take any shots from the turret. And unfortunately for not, you know, Anexis was hoping that Mr. Olaf was actually going to die from the turret shots. Unfortunately, did not get killed from that. And now Zaz is now having a tower that's only 469 health, is not going to have a fun time with that blue buff being taken by Vision, and we'll see if he's going to help out in this bottom lane or if Shen's just going to have to deal with it.
I'm a little surprised that Overpow didn't actually go for the blue over there by Envision, because now he does have that refresh blue. I mean, they clearly knew that he was up top due to that gank, and they knew that the invade did happen, which means that he was out of position to go defend his own blue, but nothing went down. They did not go for it whatsoever.
Vision was kind of worried, and Arkiel is not going to get engaged on by Young Buck. Young Buck is going to try to chase away Arkiel, but now it's going to change up to Erotic. Don't think they're going to finish up the kill, but Arkiel is going to use that barrier. Is that going to be enough? Young Buck's going to try to finish up some damage, but now it's going to be turned around. Young Buck, can you get out of there, sir? Because that is not a place you want to be, even if you do have Feint at level 1.
That was a really good barrier, surviving that hell. See, that's where Cleanse would not help you right there.
Yeah, truthfully, Cleanse probably would have done zip to nothing. I mean, yeah, Undertow would have been used, and Cleanse, you could have got Cleanse out of that, but even then, I just throw Undertows, I just throw Axis Throw, and that's not going to be anything good for yourself.
So once again, just like the previous game, First Blood going to Mouz, and the pressure is mounting, especially this top lane. Kuja is kind of acting as their own mobile ward there in the bush, although we do have that river warded, and it looks like we are actually going to hit up that lane swap. You can see Jin now going to be heading down south, and Prothana is now going to get a little bit of company in terms of Sona as well as Misfortune. Misfortune as an AD pick in a 2 versus 1 situation, like as you saw, they really tried their hardest to grab her, and she doesn't have any, escapes other than that flash. So I think this is a good idea, but unfortunately for them, the Mouse is going to turn it right on its head, and now with that barrier down, it will be the Ignite picking that one up, and Erotic going down for the double. Warhunter able to pick up a kill with that Katarina. So teleport on top of that ward with the jungler presence up top. Mouse is taking Anexis to town.
This is just really smart play by Mouz. Again, using that kind of EU mentality, push up to the turret, and they're actually going to be able to take that down or put it down to almost like 1 health if anything from that siege minion. And truthfully, just really great stuff coming out from the team. However, Calaver could actually catch up to the Envision, but we're going to see our first competitive pause. And actually, it's just our first competitive pause that we actually spectated.
Massive leg on Ashe. You wouldn't know it. 2-0-1. Now, under that tower, I want to bring up something. When we went under that tower, we had Misfortune. She got down to like sliver health, and then they kind of ignored her. And I was like, that's interesting. They're leaving Misfortune alive. But then she did drop to the Ignite, which means that, I got to say, Prothana must have been calling out on Skype saying, I got an Ignite on her. Don't worry about her. Just go for the Sona. I'll get the kill. And I think that was really, really good teamwork coming out of Mouz right there. Very controlling, because one auto attack from the Olaf, who was sitting right beside her, could have easily taken it. But they gave it to the ADC, and now she's up 2-0-1, a very similar situation as to game number 1.
Yeah, definitely in game number 2. I mean, truthfully, Mouz is just looking at the same kind of things. They just need to control a little bit more, and we'll see if Mouz can bring it in. Yeah, Mouz is doing some good stuff, just pushing it in, getting some other stuff. And it's pretty much the M5 mentality. They want to control the buffs, which they have been controlling. That blue buff is really detrimental. It's going to be down pretty much every time. And this top lane turret, and pushing up on that first one, it's going to be really good to see what will happen. 400 is taking a little bit of damage over there, but Calaver is not actually having a mana. Probably because there's no blue buff to actually have as well, so unfortunately for that, Calaver's just sitting there like a duck and hopefully just getting some CS whenever you can.
Quack, quack, quack. Like a duck. Young Buck bottom lane up against Jhin. Jhin actually at 19 creeps compared to the 35 of Shen. Now, all Shen has to his name is that cloth armor, so Jhin is, not really going to be hitting that hard on top of him. How much cash does Young Buck actually have? 1,100. So when he goes back to town, should be able to pick up a quick 2 items. But we got a War Hunter down here. Shadow Dash actually going to be landing on top of Zax's. Death Lotus coming in for the dive. And look at Young Buck just tanking that tower. One more attack! It's not going to be hitting him because it was on War Hunter instead. But again, Mouz just really going really aggressive into these lanes. Top lane, a little bit of an altercation due to this blue. Overpower might actually be able to grab himself this blue because we got people converging on top of Arkel. Nope, okay, no convergence on top of Arkel. I kind of expected Mouz to go in that with their recent aggressive streak.
Yeah, but we do see Calaver going to be able to take it down. Actually, Overpower hasn't taken the blue buff because he had this made over what Olaf was supposed to do, and Calaver can't get anything on again. And this is all just reminiscent of that first game. Reminiscent, that was the word I was actually looking for.
Is that what you're trying to do this morning? Recognizant, no, not exactly. Yeah. Stand United going off, not landing a kill on top of Calaver, but that means that Shen is out of the base. And it looks like he's going to cover mid for now.
Yeah, it's going to be able to get some CS up over here. I mean, 41 to 22. It's a pretty good deal. Actually, Young Buck going right onto Calaver. Calaver doesn't even have blue, so I mean, yeah, that's going to be a little Calaver, and we're going to see the backup just from the team. Unfortunately, not too close to the tower, can really secure that one back for that Shen.
Oh, that's definitely a dead tower. We could see a fight right here. We do got that arrow ready to go. Level 6 volley going to go out. Ice balls as well. Could we grab the kill on top of Erotic? Kind of feel like we could, but Mouz all of a sudden just playing things real safe after that 4-kill blitz. So, I don't know. Prothana just going to farm up a little bit. She is ahead technically in creeps. Katarina definitely ahead in creeps. Look at 64 to the 47 and 2 kills to boot. Let's take a quick look at the cash. 3K to the 3K. Nobody even cracking above 2,300 right now on Mouz. Or, sorry, Anexis.
You're going to see that the damage down Zaz is going to take a little bit over on Young Buck. We're going to probably see the Shen probably rotate the top lane, but we see our kill going to be taken down. It is Katarina. Katarina going to be able to get the double kill. No problem indeed.
Poor Sona. Arcade Sona is a really good skin, but game over, man, is pretty much the gist of it. Without that tower, without that safety up top, I mean, they really are going to be susceptible to ganks without that ward coverage. And Overpower looks like he's going to be able to cover the stream. Lands a little bit of damage on top of War Hunter, but she's not concerned whatsoever. So 6-0 once again, looking extremely strong this early game for Mouz. And I don't know, if it keeps up like this, we could see yet another 20-minute surrender.
It's probably not going to be another 20 minutes surrender, but truthfully, I know Anexis probably wants to play it out as much as they can. But then again, they're already seeded for Poland. I mean, they'll take their 8th to 5th place kind of seeding and low rocket up from there. Do see Mouz going to be able to take out that dragon as well. Young Buck's still just going to be pushing this bottom lane turret. Well, that also means that Mouz is about to come out in this bottom lane turret, especially with Ashe there, about to coming up in about 37 seconds.
Red team has slain the dragon.
GG Dragon, first KO down at the 10 minutes, something that we've been seeing more and more in EU. Those earlier Dragons, typically on NA, we see between 15-20 minutes, but, you know, like the 10-minute mark, we usually have a Dragon down in EU.
Yeah, definitely, and, you know, truthfully, the plays that Mouz has been doing, they could have actually done a little bit earlier Dragon per se, but they wanted to still deny the blue buff away from Calaver. They wanted to deny the blue buff away from Malphite, although they didn't deny the second one truthfully, but they denied it from Calaver, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, good escape there from War Hunter. 3-man gank in the mid, but it is sometimes a little hard to grab a Katarina. She's pretty mobile in that regard. She does have that teleport ready to go as well. Arkel going to be all by her lonesome in that top lane. One-on-one against Shen. I don't think she could actually win that. Look at the Shen items at this point. You know, Giant's Belt, lots of armor, boots. Of course, he does have the Shadow Dash for the movement closing. But now in a 2 versus 1 situation with Erotic up there, definitely a little bit of confidence returning, but the jungler going to be making his way.
Blue team's turret has been
This is
destroyed.
going to look like a vision and catch on to Arkel. Can you get it? Actually, they're going to change it on Erotic. Erotic's not level 6. That is a perfect target to pick, and now they're going to use Undertale. Arkel are going to have to use that flash out, but no tower behind. Here comes the Ragnarok, and here comes the Axis, and the damage output from the vision.
Double kill.
Makes it rain. Yeah, overpowered. Gonna have to use that flash, but he's gonna get tagged by the arrow. In comes the Death Lotus from Warhunter, and that is gonna be yet another kill for this Mouz team. So Laver just has to run for it, but that's insult to injury right there. Flash out, giant arrow just catching you in the back of the head. So right now it's 9-0 for the Mouz. 4-0-2 on Caitlyn, sorry, Katarina. Now passing 100 creeps to boot.
I mean, Mouz is just pushing it in, and they're going to go secure the second turret right over here. Could secure this top lane turret, but I mean, Sona's there. He's going to get level 6, and they could really turn that around, so they don't want to actually push it up. Kuja going to be pushing up over the turret. Going to be able to use that bubble to the advantage of, well, I can get out of dodge if I really need to. Again, no boots on Kuja / no boots on Anunu. Is this really what happened to boots today?
Yes, sir. This is happening today. All the things are happening today.
I mean, 20 minutes we didn't see boots on JRE. That was pretty wild. Or is it 35 minutes?
37 minutes, and
Yeah.
he finally bought boots just because he died. Yeah, that was fun times.
Them Nunes with their blood pools. They do quick right.
We do got a teleport coming downstairs on top of Prothana. Prothana gonna have to flash on out of this one, and the protection squad from that Shen and Katarina means no kill for Zaxxas as much as he really wants one. Prothana gonna get out of that one. 150 hit points to her name, and should be a BF sword or something. Bloodthirster straight out. My goodness. Right now 10-0 on this Mouz. Are gonna get a little bit of a push up top. Unvision gonna go 2-on-1, go straight for Erotic, but then he backs on. Here comes the arrow! It is gonna land on top of Arkel, not on top of Erotic, but Salaver now up there as well with the crescendo, and Erotic able to grab the kill. That's gonna be the first kill on the board for Anexis, but might be a little too late. I mean, 15 grand to 22, 10-1. They're putting up this pressure on the top tower, but they got just destroyed in that bottom.
Yeah, I was about to say, go Nexus, doing some goodness right there. I mean, the arrow did hit the goal, and it kind of just baited his teammate, fortunately. And Mouz not going to be pushing up over here. Gonna see if Prothana is going to change. Oh, try going out. Collaboration is going to come up from here. It's because Malphite is coming up from the side. Is Prothana going to be safe out here? Don't think so. We do see the seismic shard go down. Overpower's going to try to get down the damage. But 7-10, and he's laughing all the way. I don't think he has the damage output. Oh no, he does have the damage output, and it's going to be the shutdown. Flash out from Clever. I don't know why she actually goes once they do that, but there you go.
Kill secured?
Ha ha ha. Kill secured, but then anyway, he didn't actually get any credit for that, I don't think.
Oh, it could be bad news for Zaxxas. Did not get that red. In fact, I'm not even sure he knew Young Buck was right there taking it, but Young Buck's not going to be able to punish this quite yet. We do got Kuja going to be, quote, the bait here. Zaxxas is going to go for it. Young Buck now just going to Shadow Dash in, but realizes 3-on-1. Good day to you, sir. Going to be getting on out of that one.
Unstoppable.
Oh my god. Top lane, huh?
Overpower just got kind of taken away, and he's laughing all the way to his death side. Unfortunately for not, did get kicked out by that Katarina. Just doing a little bit of poke, a little bit of sinister steelness, but overall just ho-ho-hoing all the way back.
Ho all the way home. Oh wait, I think I'm mixing the stories up. But Young Buck going on top of Arkel. Arkel gets exhausted. Not gonna be getting out of that one on Vision. However, is being pursued by two of Anexis. Warhunter is there. I think she actually got hit by one of those balls, but not the return. But still, not going to be a kill in that top, but a nice kill on top of Arkel, and that's going to be a tower for Mouz as well. 4 towers to the 1, 12-2 for the score, and coming up to close to a 10,000 gold difference. It looks like Warhunter is going to be finding some friends out there, throwing out the Death Lotus, killing some wolves.
I was like, what? The Death Lotus? I think he wanted to do Shimpo and then do that but then again, I think he was ready because he knew that Zeus and Overpower were kind of close into there, so they didn't want to go play around and almost bait themselves out to another death. I mean, 2-12, they want to keep up the perfect advantage. I mean, Katarina, Nunu, and Shen, they're all zeroed out for the kills or the deaths. They want to make sure that they can keep that aliveness happening. Lots of wards actually going out for Mouz, and Mouz is going to go try to get engaged upon. And next is Zaz is going on for Thana. Thana is dead. Then yeah, no way that Thana was going to get out of there alive.
Yeah, we got the Blood Boil on top of Warhunter instead. Overpower still going to be pursuing this, and you said he was laughing all the way to his death. I mean, if you're going to die, you might as well die laughing, Dyrus style. At least we don't have like that broken laugh anymore with the robot Amumu.
Interesting play by Anexis right now. They're going to try to go get this Baron right over here. I think it is a smart little play, but then again, we'll see if Envision has anything to say about that, because he is literally right over on the wall.
Yeah, they don't actually have any wards in this area, but with that axe, we'll notice that it is going down. Arrow has now been launched by Ash. I don't think it's going to be in time to steal it, but it will hit Overpower as he does get chunked down by that Baron. Good axe coming out. Prothana actually going to grab that kill as well. Here comes the Stand United as Envision does hop the wall looking for the kills, but that Katarina with the triple. Oh my good gracious bird. We have ourselves an ace from Team Mouz.
I was about to say Katarina because that was just ridiculously good stuff. Prothana was making that help really easily, and wow. Absolute Zero used up to its full potential as a support, making sure that Baron was not stolen from any of the ghosts that were around there.
Mouz is in top form. I gotta say, a pre-20-minute Baron capitalizing upon their enemy. That arrow going out literally means Prothana got herself a kill from cross-map because of the Baron, and it's just plays upon plays, sir. Plays upon plays. 8-0-3 on Katarina. Has herself that Rabadons before 20 minutes to go with what's soon to be Leandre's. She has herself a Hextech as well. It's just impressive stuff.
Yeah, I'm like going to be chased up though right now, and could be the one going to be falling down from the zeros, but nope, he is just a little bit taking Overpower. You're just going to go right in on it, and he's going to take a little bit of damage, laughing it away, get a flash out. Youngbuck should still try to get baited down. Zaxis is going to go right on Youngbuck, and Youngbuck going to be off the Zero Club. You do see Arkel going to be flashing away from this. Doesn't want to lifesteal off that dragon. That would be probably a bad idea. And Vision's going to still trying to get on this, but Zaz is going to try to get a kill. And actually, Kuja going to pick up the kill on the Arkel, and Claver going to be taking down the Vision, and Katarina double kill, no problem indeed for herself. Great job by Warhunter picking that one up over there.
Poor Sona. R.I.P. with your keyboards and your 8-bit. But yeah, the only kill that did not happen there was Overpower. He got out skin of his teeth, was able to get back to town, but other than that, the entire team of Anexis dropping to the pressure of Mouz. They're going to capitalize upon that with a tower, with an inhibitor. They do, of course, have that Baron buff, red and blue on Prothana, and Prothana is looking extremely strong at 5-2-10, but still, nothing really compares to a really good Katarina player.
Yep, I mean, Katarina can do a lot of things, but the one thing that she does is snowball pretty well. Usually, I mean, as long as you can get that one kill, that one reset, as Scar would like to say, you can get all the resets in the day. Warhunter's been doing a really good job overall, though, as him zoning out, but also picking out the right times to actually teleport in when he actually needed to teleport in. And Warhunter's going to go back to it, has Death Cap, has a Hunting Guys, probably going to be building at the Leandre tournament, has 1600 gold. I mean, is there anything else you want to say about Mouz Esports? I think well in the lead or just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, it's one to the other. I mean, it's either we're dominating or we suck. Yeah, it's one of the two. That's Scar's style. We're the best, we're the best, we're the best. Oh god, we're the worst, we're the worst, we're the worst. You know, it's one or the other. But here's a quick stat for you. Gold-wise, 9,600 gold on Katarina, 47 on Ari. She is actually getting doubled in gold counts. Similar situation, again, for the bottom, not quite there. And top lane, 50% ahead in terms of total earnings. I gotta say, a lot of gold going to their name. Look at Young Buck going in there, still alive somehow, tanking the entire team, and that is gonna probably be another ace going down as the rest. That wasn't even a 5-on-5, man. That was, what, 3 versus 4? And they still racked up with only 1 death. My goodness.
War Hunter, can you finish up the triple kill? Please, please, Erotic. Please. Oh.
GG, well played coming in. As Anexis does drop it again, 4 votes to 0, 25-6 into 21 minute surrender. Pretty close, but God, 17,000 gold difference, Bird. Such powerful plays from us.
Definitely, indeed, and you know that's gonna be what it is. Unfortunately for not, the Nexus is gonna be between 3 seeds of I think 4 through 8 or 5 through 8, and we're gonna see the top 4 for Mouse coming into play. So they're gonna have a pretty big better seed. If there's a possibility that Mouse plays the Nexus again, I think they'll open up the opportunity for that. For Nexus though, they're gonna be thinking about this game and they're gonna be thinking really hard. If they can beat them, they can beat everyone, so there you go with that. But overall, offline qualifiers, I'm pretty sure the Nexus or Mouse is going to be pretty well into it.
Oh my goodness. Mouse going to advance 2-0, so they have yet to still give up a game in these qualifiers. That means that Mouse, since they're already in that round of 8, actually can't see because of the, there we go. So Mouse is going to go up against the winner of Dragonborn versus the winner of Millennium versus Counterclockwise, which I believe is still going on right now.
I hear Millennium was up 13 something before, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be Millennium versus Dragonborn, and that's actually going to be a really good matchup to see, and we'll see what'll happen. But truthfully, at this top 8 moment, you know, people aren't really deciding, oh, we just made it, and I mean, we need to make better seedings. I mean, truthfully, they can just say, well, we just made it, and we're good. So I feel like Anexis is doing that. They just kind of played it out to that kind of point where we'll shock you when we come to the offline qualifiers, and you'll be unimpressed by our skills.
Your puny skills do not impress me. Ho ho ho. 25-6. My God, so powerful.
I mean, it was just all that M5 strategy slash. I mean, I guess if you want to talk about the Korean lane swapping as well, that was popularized by Azubu Blades from the start. I mean, overall in general, it's just controlling that blue buff, but controlling the powers, making sure that you push in. So at 21-18 on the minute score, I mean, literally, time was just ticking, and unfortunately for not, Nexus had no answer for that.
Which is a shame because Anexis, I mean, again, yesterday we saw some really amazing games from them, really big jungle presence from Overpow, and it really did me quite proud in terms of just as a Han transferee into League of Legends. But here, it just, he could not get an edge in at all. It's just like Mouse had an impenetrable phalanx shield up, and unfortunately they just poked down everybody that tried to get near him.
What's an impenetrable shield?
I don't like you anymore. That's what an impenetrable shield